Hi guys, and a happy new year to you. Hope 2021 brings everything that you desire. And with that in mind, I want to share with you 5 side hustles that you can do online. I've got a bonus number 6, which you can also do online, but might require you to have some physical presence. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. Now the first one would rely mainly on your skills, your skill set. So what is it that you're good at? Now if you have skills like video editing, website development, social media, your Instagram, Facebook, and you think you can help other business owners, then register your skills on a platform like Fiverr or PPH, which is people per hour. Now on these platforms you would explain what you're able to help people with, and Fiverr, it's great for the business owner because the skills that you share actually start from a Fiverr, but you can expect to earn more. Now with these platforms, because you are new, you might have to get your family and friends to buy gigs from you. And the reason for this is because you need reviews on this platform. As we all know, we're also shoppers. When you're looking to buy things, you like to see the reviews. What do other people think about us, our services? So with this in mind, you need to make sure that you get some reviews on your page. Editing, ebooks as well. So if you're good with the English language and you know you can help people with the editing of their books, by all means do that. Blogging as well, if you're good with that, words, definitely offer your service. So try and do a skill set analysis, do a SWOT analysis, and look at those things you're good at and see if you can start to earn money from that. I went to take a look at Fiverr and I actually saw a guy selling love spells. With that in mind, you can sell whatever it is you like. Make sure you do your research and find what sells. Now here's a list of things that do actually sell on Fiverr. I'm going to move on to the second side hustle, and this is online teaching. Now online teaching is also divided into two, so it could be academic, and that's more like online tutoring. This is where you will support people, students who are in school, so that could be A levels, college, university, and you would have a way of teaching them. So you can set up your own school or join so many different online teaching platforms where you can offer your services for a fee. I was going to say free, for a fee. So even on Fiverr you could put your platform there, and there are a few others that I'm going to share here. But moving on to the one that would apply to a lot of us, and which is where we actually teach people some skills. So earlier I mentioned Fiverr, where you can actually put your services there for things like video editing, website building. Now you could actually flip that around and look at those businesses that are looking for skills that they need to develop. So you might have website design skills and decide you want to teach people how to build their own websites instead. So you could do that, video editing as well. So think of the skills that you have that you could teach. And in this pandemic, people are teaching others a whole range of skills. So you can teach people how to paint, you can teach them how to cook, you can teach them how to write a book, you can even teach them how to set up their own courses. And look at business skills as well. So I talked about social media. Some people want to set up their own social media platforms and they don't know how. So this is an opportunity for you to put your own skills online and develop a course that you can teach people on how to do these different skills. So for instance, I'm on Skillshare and I teach people about how to develop their own vision, and I've got a link below. You can also put your own courses on Skillshare or on a platform called Udemy, and they've got loads of courses here, and here's their platform here. Now if you've got multiple courses and you want your own platform, there are platforms as well where it's like you have your own school for your logo. You can use a platform like Teachable, because you would charge the students a monthly fee and they have access to your courses. Third side hustle that you can start is an e-commerce business. Now we all know what that means, right? It means selling your items online. Now this could be a service or a product, so I'm going to concentrate on products now because I've kind of covered services in my previous number 2 and 1. So with this one, the key thing is you need to do your research. Now there are a couple of tools that I'm sharing here. One of them is Google Trends. Google Trends will help you to understand what people are searching for, so that when you set up your own e-commerce shop, it does align with what people want to buy. Now this is not a get rich quick scheme. Well, anyway, you might be lucky, who knows, but this does take time. So you would need to build your customer base, and if you are selling online, you would need another platform or a catalyst to get people to your website. That is if you want to sell on your website. There are also other options, so you can try drop shipping. This is where you do have a website, but instead of stocking all the items with yourselves, have your items with the manufacturer, so it is when the customer places the order that the item is then produced and shipped out to the customer. Now, this is a great way to get your business started because it means that you're not keeping any stock. You only sell what the customer needs. And you can actually focus your time on doing all the marketing. It's a good way to make a side hustle. Now, being a side hustle, obviously you don't want to be bogged down. If you want, you can have your own website, but there are alternatives. You can either sell on places like Amazon, eBay, or even Facebook Marketplace. That's another one that people don't tend to use, which a lot of people go to. And because it's Facebook, we're assuming that a lot of people have their real names, know that they won't run off with that money without paying, and understand the kind of buyer or seller they are. So with places like Etsy, Facebook, Amazon and eBay, you don't actually need your own website, but you need to still do your research to find out what people are wanting to buy. Google Trends is your friend. So this means that you can actually identify what people are buying and where in the world. So if you happen to be on a platform like Amazon, you can actually sell to anybody around the world. Now, a question you might be asking is, how do you get your items to Amazon? Well, there is something called Amazon Fulfilled, so which means you ship your items to Amazon. So when the customer goes to buy, Amazon takes care of everything. They package and send your goods to the customer, so you can sit on the beach and just enjoy, drink whatever it is you like while money is being made. And remember, with an e-commerce business, you will still have to find the customer. So if you have a good social media platform, that might be right. You sell a lot of things, platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram. So you will need to get people to see your product. You need optics on your product. So marketing is probably where you would be spending quite a bit of time. And if you're not great with marketing, you can head over to Fiverr and get somebody who can help you. So the fourth one is actually an interesting one, and this is blogging, right? So blogging actually takes many forms now. So we know the blogging that we've always known, that is writing. So if you're good at writing and you have subjects, areas that interest you, remember, to do well here, you have to have a niche. You can't be writing about everything. So if you're interested in business, you write about business. If you're interested in food, you can write about food. If it's health and fitness, be sure to share that. If it's storytelling you like as well, there's some blogs that do well writing about different stories. And also social media. Do you like social media? Have you had success with social media? Then be sure to start a blog. Now, when you start a blog, initially there will not be many people coming there, but as time goes on, there would be people. And once you start getting optics, i.e. visitors to your blog, then you can start to make money. So you can make money in different ways. You can have affiliate marketing, where you talk about a product that your readers might be interested in, and you get a discount. So you use a discount code, and as long as people use that discount code, you will get some money back. You could also talk about the things you use as well. So you can have an Amazon shop and think about the things you use and have a link there. So if people buy that, you also get a commission. You can use adverts as well. You can have sponsored adverts where you speak about a particular thing and then you get paid for that. You can also have an ebook. So my first book was actually based on my blog. So I had a blog and I actually distilled the contents of my blog and did a lot more research, but the blog was my foundation for my book. So you could also do that. You can actually have an ebook, write a book based on the contents of your blog. And when we talk about blogging, it just doesn't stop there. You can also do something called video, which is what I'm doing here. So this is me recording and talking about what I know, and I could easily put this into writing or even a podcast. You can actually have a Patreon account where people support you by giving you an amount each month. But remember, you need to niche, right? Niche means you find an area that you're going to talk about. You can't talk about everything. The fifth one, it's not quite the final one, so I've got another one coming. So the fifth one is about coaching, right? And I think this has actually taken off in recent times. So the kind of things that generally fall into coaching are things like health and fitness, business coaching as well. So say for instance, you are good at a particular business. So that could be maybe setting up a nursery, setting up an online business, maybe an online e-commerce shop, and you want to support people to do that. You can actually set up a community where you help people to do that and then you charge them. So it could be one-to-one coaching or one-to-many, and one-to-many is great. So you have a whole group of people, a bit like an online classroom. Use different platforms, Google Hangouts, you can use webinars, and I'm going to share some of the tools that you can use here. You can use Zoom. So I promised you the 6th one, and this one it's a bit online and offline. As you know, I need to remind you, we're in a pandemic, and it means that people are ordering a lot more stuff indoors. Courier industry is growing this way, so that means that you can tap into opportunities like Uber. So if you've got a license, Uber is good because you can drive anytime you want to by using the app. Also, we're ordering a lot more food. I'm guilty of that as well. And for those items to get from the shop, restaurant to our house, they need somebody, and that person could be you. So I don't know if you've heard of Amazon Flex, and this allows you, an app as well, it allows you to get involved in delivering small items to your name. You just register, and if there's an item or items to be delivered, Amazon will get in touch with you. You'll go to their local warehouse, pick them up and deliver it to your neighbors. And this is something you can do as a side hustle. And which one of those would you be looking into this year? Put a comment below, and if there's anything else you want me to cover, be sure to reach out, comment below. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and this is Mojo out.